few things to do today. So let's get ready and have a quick breakfast. I'm hungry, but I am not in the mood for breakfast. So we'll see what can we do. It's almost 11 a.m. I just finished doing my social media posts. Of today, so now we can start getting ready. So this week it's gonna be, or over the next few days, let's see how long it takes me. But we're getting ready. Whatever it's left of July, it's all about, gonna be about getting ready for August. Setting myself for success for whatever it's left of the year. I've been feeling like I'm in a rut and we need to snap out of it. And while I was taking a shower, I was thinking about how I'm finding myself having trouble with balance and knowing where to stop. Like by example, I wanted to start going out. I wanted to start doing fun things. But then I was like, every day. And I was not having rest days at my home. And then, during July, I realized that I was finally gonna have a break, because then summer comes and I have this pressure to like make summer fun and memorable for my kids and you know, make summer what summer is supposed to be. So I have all this pressure, but now my daughter is in Puerto Rico for the rest of the summer with her grandparents. So I was like, okay, I have a chance to like do nothing and hibernate at my home, because I have a 3-year-old. She doesn't remember anything. She's not gonna be like, you gave me the worst summers ever. And I have a almost 15-year-old that does not want to do shit. All he wants to do was watch the World Cup, which he just finished yesterday, and just play games with his friends. So the pressure is gone, right? And I was like, yes, now I can stay at home and do absolutely nothing. But I've been stuck at home and doing absolutely nothing, and I've been feeling it. I've been so tired, so low energy. I've been like, so we need to work. We need to work with it. July is almost over. Classes are about to start, and I need to start setting myself, getting into building a new routine for when classes starts. So I was thinking in the shower, like, how should I like put my morning routines based on now, because it's summer, it's hot, so I need to change a little bit the things. Good morning, Sophia, nice to meet you. You are Spanish. I'm Latina, Puerto Rican. So hello, my name is Stephanie. I am Puerto Rican, but I live in Florida, United States. I'm a single mom. I'm a single mom of 4, but my oldest left to live with his dad in Puerto Rico, so I'm in charge of 3 of them now. It feels weird, because if I say I'm a single mom of 4, but I'm only raising 3, it feels like I'm lying. I'm not working my butt to raise 4 kids by myself. But if I say I'm a mom of 3, then I'm lying, and I'm like letting people know, hey, I have a 4th one. Where is your son? He's in Puerto Rico. He left to go and live with his dad. But as far as information I've been receiving, he's basically been staying at my parents'. The only time he stayed with his dad is when my parents are traveling, which it's almost every month at this point. They're finally living their best life. So every time they're traveling, that's when my son goes with his dad. Irony, you know, he always praise his dad and always talk so amazing about his dad, how his dad is so much better than me, but he's not gonna take care of him. But you know what, one day my son will be a dad and he will realize things. He will realize the way he treated me and everything. Anyways, that's not where we want to go today. So I miss going on a hike. I miss hiking, but it's so hot. So I'm gonna try to go on a hike. I wanted to try to start doing my makeup again, but I feel like it's so hot that if I put makeup on my face, I'll probably, you know, so I just feel like I don't feel myself anymore. I haven't felt pretty and confident, and we definitely need to work with that. I started to have trouble sleeping again. I hate when I allow myself to go this route again. So the days that I perform the most, that I'm more productive and I feel good and confident and get a lot of shit done, is the days that I actually wake up, do my workout, and my makeup and dress up, and like I haven't feeling it. Like, oh, I hate all my clothes. I feel like, I don't know. I also been, there's so much going on. Maybe that's why I feel so um I moved here like 2 years ago, and I was in a relationship, but I also had a breakup. So I'm like going through a breakup, starting my life over by myself in a new state with no friends and family, and you know, my son left, and a part of it, it's like a grief also, like losing, having your child leave you to another country when you were absolutely not ready for it. It's kind of a grief as well, if you know. And on top of that, I turned 39 on March, and now I'm like having this midlife crisis, if you want to call it. I don't think it's a midlife crisis, but I guess it's the best way I can describe it. When you're like rethinking your life and you're like, holy shit, I am almost 40 years old. I have no job, no career. I have a roommate that it's my freaking ex. And, you know, eventually I need to figure out how to be on my own, and like, what are the things that I wanted to do? What do I wanted to do for a living? Like, there is so much. Like, I also like exploring this new country, and I'm finally living the life of my dreams. Like, this is what I wanted. I wanted to move back to the United States, and like every time I go out, I'm like, this is what I wanted, but now I have this fear of losing it, and that things are not gonna work out, and I'm gonna have to move back to a country that I absolutely hate. And wow. Wow. Sometimes you know things, but it's not the same when you say them out loud. This live stream is not going where I thought it was gonna be. But anyways, that's how I've been feeling. Maybe that's why I've been feeling this way, because I haven't allowed myself to say a lot of things out loud, or say all of it out loud. But I have felt this transition and this new place has allowed me to explore new things, a new life, and it's also teaching me new things that I love that I didn't know I love, like hiking. That is something I couldn't do in Puerto Rico, and now that I do it here, I'm like, oh, it turns out I really love this lifestyle. I want to implement this, so I'm trying to become her again, like go back to who I was, the things that make me happy, because I lost my identity, I lost myself. There was a time where I completely was myself and fulfilled and happy, and I left all of that for what society told me that it was the, you know, society always telling you what is that you should do, not what you want to do. And also, you know, I fell in love, and I stopped a lot of things and put a lot of things in the back end, and I lost who I was. But at the same time, like, I'm trying to go back to that person, but I'm not living there anymore. My life experiences are different. So I'm experiencing new things and learning new things. I'm falling in love with new things. I've been obsessed with cottage living, vintage, antiques. So when you find yourself liking new things, the way you use, like, the outfits I used to wear might change. The way I used to, like, I would never, never, ever have done yellow nails. So now I'm having also I did like a wardrobe, whatever crisis. Like, who am I now? Because I know I like these things. You know, now I am accepting things that I used to not accept. So it's a little bit confusing at the same time. Am I making sense? Keep going and reach what you're dreaming. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Just I'm finding too many things. There's too many things happening at the same time, and it's hard to figure things out when everything is just like, I don't have a husband. I just said I'm single. I got separated. What does the color has to do with it also? Who cares what color he was? Okay. I don't know. Maybe a walk. At least if I can do a 20-minute walk, will help me. Because again, it's hot. So, but yeah, I'm trying to like figure out my style. That's the word. Like, what's my style now? There. What is my new way, my new me? How I can marry the person that I wanted to be with this new person that I'm discovering that I am, or I also am. Ugh, I'm so freaking itchy. I think sometimes I'm allergic to water or something, because every time, well, not every time, but there was a time that every day after I finish a shower, I will be itchy. It's like a water filter in my shower head. So I have to do a few errands today. I also want to try a new grocery shop. I need to film YouTube, mini vlogs, long form vlogs. I need to do grocery. I need to do a return or an exchange. What else? But the groceries are gonna be in different stops as well. That's why it feels like a lot. Because something like, I like to, what is the thing? There's something that I add to my water, and the only place I can find it and buy it the way I buy it, it's in Walmart. So I have to stop at Walmart to get the things that I add to my water. I forgot what it's called. It's Element. Then I want to try this new supermarket that I haven't gone. I want to see if it's like healthy and what else? And affordable. So if that doesn't work out, I'll have to go somewhere else. I also need to go to Publix because I need to get something that I can only purchase it on Publix. So even though I have to do grocery shopping, it's grocery shopping at least in 3 different places, probably a 4th one. I might have to stop at Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. We're also gonna do a deep fridge clean after we come home before we add the new groceries. There's a lot going on. So I think I'm gonna do this mini series for the month of July, where it's gonna be like getting my shit together and ready to slay whatever is left of July and prepare myself for August and, you know, school season, which I am actually excited. I needed a break, and now I'm like, that's done. Like, sometimes when you need a break, it's just a few days, not 2 whole friggin' months. That's too much. Whoa, take a break. You work all day just to make a to-do list. The problem is that I've been home, and now my to-do list, it's too long because I've been in a rut. So it's time to get shit done. Hi, good morning, good morning. Excellent, you look, thank you. Fantastic. So I need to eat something. But again, I don't want to make a breakfast. I still have one more. my dryer is not drying things like it used to. Like now I have to like put it twice. I don't know if I should start calling maintenance. My daughter had the whole thing of strawberries. She loves her strawberries, which I'm happy that I have a kid that likes bananas. She likes her apples and her strawberries. Obviously, if you have candies, she will choose the candies first. If you have cookies, she will choose the cookie first. But when you don't give them any option, they will eat whatever you give them, aka healthy. So, and same for us. Out of sight, out of mind. Is that the same? So I'm gonna make me a protein shake so that way it's nutritious, but it's light and I don't have to cook. Can I borrow your tablet? Let's try this. Chilies with strawberries? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. I need to order me a new protein. I don't electrolytes. I was gonna say I don't remember, but I add a little bit of coconut water so I can have electrolytes on my shake. I do a mix of water and milk. I will add kefir because this is amazing for gut health. It has probiotics and protein, right? Yeah, it does have protein. So, and I bought it unflavored because when you add flavor or also unsweetened, because if you add flavor and sweets, it will put the sugar levels up. It's also 1% fat, low fat, aka. Yeah. So I'm gonna add creatine. How do you spell it? This is amazing for your brain. Your brain is gonna love this. So I add creatine. It's also great for like muscle recovery. Like this, I need to write a whole blog on my website about creatine because this is something I've recently discovered and it has so many health benefits, especially for women. But it's amazing for your brain health, and I'm actually studying to be a neuroscience, so I'm obviously obsessed with the brain. Clean as you go. Let's clean as we go. It's from Arbonne. They have, these are the certifications, the nutrition guide. I actually do sell the supplements from this company. I've been with this company for 7 years, almost 8. I think in August, it's August, 8 years with them. They have very, I love them because they have very high standards with the products. Like, as you can see, like, these are organic. This is milk, but I purchased the no artificial growth hormones on the cows. It is organic and pasture raised, so I'm very strict and picky with the food that I cook every day. What I love about them is that they don't have artificial anything. No artificial sugar, flavors, colorings. It's all plant-based. They have a list of, I can't talk because I'm so hungry right now. They have a banned list of more than 2,000 ingredients. And there are ingredients that are allowed in the United States, but they still ban them because they're not good for you. So I love their ethics and everything. And they have a huge variety of things. I also have this, and it's from the same brand. This is from Arbonne. I don't like the flavor of it when I put all of it. So what I do is during the day, I have like a half on one drink and the other half on the other drink, and that way I don't taste it. But this is also, like, when we think about aging, we think about aging in a physical way, but we don't think about it like internally. And like every single cell of our bodies ages. Now think about that. Because it's not just, you know, wrinkles in your face. It's, you know, it's your organs, your heart, your kidneys, your livers, your lungs, your reproductive system, your skin, your bones, your tissues. Everything ages. So when we're thinking about taking care of our health and like anti-aging products, it's not just about the physical aspects, it's the internal aspects as well. Everything in our body. And if we want to have a healthy heart, healthy lungs, healthy livers, we have to then consider what actually helps our body with the aging process, not just like physical products. And NAD, it's works with your cellular energy levels, which is amazing for anti-aging. So I am having this as well. Okay, I'm missing the healthy fat. I'm gonna add this peanut butter that I already had in here. Healthy fat help you lose fat. Fun fact. It can be seeds. Well, this is a seed, a nut actually. I'm missing the spinach. I'll add it later. It depends where you live, because right now we are only in 5 countries. I know we are in Canada, United States, Australia. Don't remember because I don't sell all over the world. But yeah, I have all my links. I think my links are in my description box. I need to work with that though. Next, so I'm rebranding my website as well. So the website is down, but next month the website is gonna be live again. And I'm making like a page just exclusive for links, like my Patreon links, where you can find the supplements link. I have a shop my link, and also I'm gonna be working with all of that. And I told you, my life is a mess right now. Look at me. I'm like, and I'm tired of feeling this way, you guys. I mean, as a health and wellness coach, I'm not doing what I'm preaching, you know. But again, I think it was like a problem of not knowing what to stop. Like, I was exhausted and I needed a break, but I took it way too serious, way too far. And now it's like, now I'm feeling I rested so much that now I have no energy whatsoever. Doesn't make any sense. So this is something light, but it's very healthy. Like this has a blend of 24 or 20. I confused. 20 vitamins and minerals, 24 grams of protein. We have healthy fats, we have fresh fruits, we have probiotics, we have everything in here. I also haven't done anything. I haven't been doing my protein shake. I haven't been supplementing myself. So yeah, we're definitely getting out of a rut. And I'm gonna be working with you, vlogging the whole experience and everything. And obviously getting back into a routine because I lost, that's another thing. I stopped doing my nighttime routine. And because I stopped my night routine, now I'm going to bed super late and now I'm waking up super late and I never function that way. I have never ever been I've never been a good late owl person. I'm always an early bird. Yes, ma'am. What? Oh, you want to try it? She wants to try the protein shake. Yummy. Yes, my social media, my personal social media is the same name that I have here on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram as I am here on YouTube. My Instagram is I am Stephanie L Lopez. And my health and wellness is my wellness elixir. I haven't worked much because I was a chaos, a mess. But yeah, I do have Instagram. I'm 39 years old and nobody believes me. Like, it's funny how you see yourself versus how other people see yourself. Because, I don't know, maybe life has been trying to teach me something and I didn't realize that until now that I'm talking about that with you guys. Like, I remember the day, one of these, you know how there's always a day where you feel the worst, like the most ugly of all. And that I remember I had this Sunday and I changed my outfit like 4 times. I was hating everything. And it came to a point where like it was late, I already needed to leave. And I was still not satisfied with the way I looked. And that day I received so many compliments. So many compliments. And it's funny how we are so picky with ourselves and so judgmental with ourselves, and sometimes other people are actually looking at us on a good way, like admiration or like, you know what I mean? Like, you look gorgeous, keep it. Thank you. I haven't felt that way. I think that's why I keep changing my hair color. I changed my hair color like 3 times in less than 2 months. But I hate that I haven't been able to go to the gym because my daughter is in Puerto Rico and she was the one helping me with the baby. So now I can't go to the gym, and that has not helped either. Okay, you people have procedures, right? But am I seeing people? Okay, how relationship works there? I'm not sure exactly about the question. And I don't know, but I think that with me, we have been seeing it all. I have been very open, very honest when it comes to my life, the good and the bad. Or at least I thought so. I've been very honest about like my current situation, um, about what happened with my son, about depression. I have talked. Like I remember when I finally admitted and share about depression, I have a huge response from people because you were not think. You see people posting on social media their highlights, their good things, you know, their good days. And reality is that you don't know what's going on behind. And I kept seeing these people who always look good and smiling, and then they were like, oh, I'm on antidepressants, I'm on this, I have suffered from depression for years. 4 years ago it was really low, really bad. And like the amount of people that went into my inbox to tell me stuff like this, it was eye-opening, you know, like we cannot be admiring what we see because it's not real. But I think it's pretty real. Like right now I'm just sharing, like I'm in a rut, you know, I feel weird, and right now I'm sharing like how I haven't felt confident and beautiful. And too gorgeous, be depressed, we all have our own and downs. Yeah, too gorgeous to be depressed. Yeah, first I don't even know why. Well, the first time I got depressed was because I knew what I wanted, but I was not living to what society standards wanted for me, and the pressure that I needed to have a life. And I tried it and it just backfired, got me in a really severe depression. Like I was diagnosed with severe depression. I was having panic attacks and anxiety. I got help, I healed from that. And then I started a relationship, but it was a long distance relationship, and I moved to a new country to be with the person, but that relationship did not work out. So now we broke up, and I'm trying to figure out my life because now I realize, holy shit, you know, I'm alone here. I don't have family, I don't have friends. I do want to stay here, but I don't have a job, I don't have a career because I was a stay-at-home wife. I'm almost 40. So yeah, I've been very honest about all of that. And my oldest son, he was struggling a little bit with his mental health, and we thought it was going well, but then he had like an episode, and he also has never, I still don't know what I did wrong, if it makes any sense, but he never wanted to be with me. He always adored his dad, which I don't understand why, because his dad has never ever done it. I don't want to bash him because we are okay, but his dad has never been like a super present, responsible dad. Like I was the one that raised them. I was the one that was always in their activities, school, doctors. Like it was me. It's always been me. Like even right now, he left to live with his dad, and he's not living with his dad. He's living with my parents, with my dad, because his dad cannot have a home for him. He doesn't fit in his house. His dad has space for his girlfriend, but he doesn't have space for him. His dad prefers to sleep with his girlfriend than tell his girlfriend, get your own house, my son is first. You know what I mean? So now my son is staying with my parents. Which my parents, I know they didn't want that either, because they're like, you know, we finally got my kids. They have 3 children. The children are grown up. They're all gone. Now they're finally having their life, you know, alone by themselves, traveling, and now they had to take care of my son. I broke up with my girlfriend. Why is she not wife? Oh no. It depends on the situation. Because when I moved here, the initial plan was that I was gonna have a job. But in the moment, I had a 1-year-old when I moved here. So we needed a paid daycare. Daycares are insane. And on top of that, I had 3 kids and they were all in 3 different schools. I have elementary, middle, and high schools. And it was just like impossible. If I don't feel comfortable with them being out and taking the bus. They are really good kids. And I feel like having them being out there by themselves in a new country, by the way, we just recently moved. This is all new. They give them very anxiety. My oldest, he was actually getting tested to see if he was autism, because we always suspected he had autism. My other son is stressful when it comes to like asking. Like he spent 2 months without eating in the cafeteria because he didn't dare to ask how he was able to eat in the cafeteria. And he was afraid to ask, like, hey, because everything here is different, you know. And for me, I wanted to take them to school and I wanted to pick them to school. So it came to the point where I was gonna have, which is where I am now, I was gonna have to have a job after 5 p.m. And if it's a full-time job, I was gonna have to work from 5 p.m. until 1 a.m. Actually, it's 1:30 a.m. By the time I'm home, it's 2. By the time I sleep, it's 2:30. And then I had to be up by 7 again. So it was not realistic for me for the moment to have a job, because it was 4 kids with 4 different needs. And on top of that, you know, home chores and everything. So it all depends also in the situation. Yeah. And ship recluse, like after we moved here, we started to see things with the kids that we didn't know, like the situation with my older son. That's when we found out that he was also struggling with depression, and we were seeing medics. We had doctor appointments 2 to 3 times a week with him for his therapies and everything. He failed at the school he was, because the school that he was supposed to be, it was not a good school. And knowing how he mentally is not like where he's supposed to be. He's 17, but mentally he's like a 14-year-old little kid. Signs of autism as well. But we knew he could not go to that school, or he was gonna be bullied and be like, even people, co-workers told him that, my ex. So anyways, we did a Suning exception and he got accepted, but we didn't know he was struggling. So one day I got a call that he was expelled from school because he had F on all of his classes. And even when he was saying he was doing good, he was saying, yeah, I did good, I had my science, we had no idea, because he was claiming he was doing good and he would never show any symptoms. Parents, pay attention, because they don't always show symptoms. And we thought he was doing well, and he was having suicidal thoughts and all that shit. Hearing voices, and we didn't know that. And after I moved here, I realized that. So he got expelled, so I have to homeschool him for a little bit until I figured out what to do. And that's when his therapist told me about charter schools. So we found a charter school for him, and then it was even more far away. So the traveling from kid A to kid B, it was a lot. It was a lot. I don't think it's the kids, it's the parents. What the parents allowed. You know? Also the standards of the parents. Because you as a parent, you might have a standard, but this as a parent may have other standards. And when you want to raise your kids on certain values, and this one wants to raise their kids in these certain values, they can, hit themselves. Another thing is what we allowed the other parent to reprehend. Like, sometimes I don't agree with something, but I had to shut up because, I had to allow him to put his rules as well. So I don't think it's the kids, it's us. Because the kid can behave, the kid can do and whatever. But what I allowed is the question. Am I making sense? Like, my kid can behave bad, but if I allow him to behave bad, then obviously I'm gonna have a problem with my partner because he's not allowing my kid to behave bad. But I don't wanna. I'm not doing anything. I'm not reprehending him. I'm not telling him consequences, and I am mad at him for being mad at him or reprehending him. So I don't think it's the kids. It's the parents. Because if you have a bad kid, you need to be able to acknowledge your kid is being bad and do something about it. And even if that includes having them leave the house. The same. Because my ex was not the dad of any of my kids. And it's the same thing. My values were very different. The way he was raised was very different the way I wanted to raise my kids. So it was hard to find the balance and accept certain things. Like, one thing that I freaking hated about him, he was the stepdad of my kids. I don't like bragging about or sending, like, when you have kids and you understand that you're going to spend money on them. And if I go to the pharmacy and I buy you a medicine, I'm not gonna say, oh, I just wasted $12 on your medicine. And maybe he did not have a bad intention about it, but it was not right, So I had to figure out a way where I can say to him, this is not right. When you accepted me and you accepted to be their stepdad, you knew that as a stepdad, as a dad, you're gonna have, some expenses. And he's amazing. And the reason why he's my roommate right now is because he cares about my kids. He is an amazing stepdad. But there are things that are the way he is and the way he was raised that I am not okay with. I don't want my kids to be conscious. Oh, I'm sick, but I don't want to tell him that I'm sick because then he's gonna waste his money buying me something for my headache. And he will get mad at me for that, and that's when we were having problems. It was not the kids, it was what he was doing and what I was not willing to allow. Like, it came to a point where I would not even tell him my kids need a medicine. I will go and I will buy them from my pocket. Like, if you go out there and you buy them a meal, oh, I just spent $40 on this food. Why do you have to say that? That's not their business. How much we parents waste on our kids. So it's little things like that can be tricky on a relationship. But I don't feel like it's the kids. And when my son was misbehaving or being disrespectful, I had to allow him to say something. Even as a mom, I don't want my kids, to be told anything, but he wasn't around. So whenever he needed to tell him something, he needed to tell him something. Another thing we clash a lot was our values. For me as a parent, we talk to each other. Me and my kids talk to each other in a certain way. And he is way too rigid and strict and like... The thing is that for something that it's normal, because that's why they learn. You also have to think about how the way that these kids were raised, because sometimes they're gonna do things and they're not gonna do it intentionally. Their intention is not that I'm being rude intentionally. It's just that for them this is normal because this is how me and my mommy interact in our home. Like, this is our home. This is our safe space. And like, I don't want them to feel like they have to have these certain manners and attitude when they're home. Like, this is me, I'm your mom, you don't have to be a certain way. And we talk to each other. Like, sometimes it's funny because sometimes my son, the way that me and my son speak to each other, his friends are in the phone. My son is all day in the phone with his friends. And their friends are like, yo, bro, that's your mom. And he's like, yeah. And he was like, if I tell that to my mom will totally beat my ass. And their friends are always telling him that. And it's because I want them to feel comfortable and free on being who they are. And again, we talk to each other a certain way. So when he came to the picture, then he was feeling like, oh, she's being rude, she's this, she's that. And I'm like, she's fine. She did not mean to be rude. She did not have the intention. For her, this is normal. And now you're trying to change 4 or 5 people, because it's my 4 children and me. You're trying to change the dynamic of a home. You're trying to change the way that 5 people interact normally with each other just to please you, so you can feel it's complicated. It can be complicated, but again, it's not the kids, it's us, the adults. If you come from a home where it's all drama and all you do is fight and all you do is everything that the other person do, it's rude, it's disrespectful, you're obviously gonna see everything that way. And not everybody lives that way, okay? I came from a very, very chill family. I come from a very, very chill family. Like, we never had family dramas. We never, ever, in any meeting, family, party, event, we never, ever, ever had drama. We always together, we always participating in family events, laughing our asses off, playing games. Like, we always had an amazing time. We were never picking at each other. We were never looking like, oh, she's so rude, she's this, she's that. Never, ever. And unfortunately, in my last relationship, there was a lot of that. And that was a no for me. We were excited about our family events. We were excited about birthdays, excited about Thanksgiving, excited about Christmas. Every year, forever, ever since I have memory, my family has been together for holidays, every birthday party of every kid, and we never had drama. All I remember is the games and the laughs. Like, that's all I remember, and that's what I want my children to remember about the childhood. Our family moments where we were laughing. I don't like drama. Oh no. I love going out, places, cookout, parties. Oh yeah. Morning run 4 a.m. 4 a.m. I envy you on that one. I'm excited. Halloween. I'm excited about Halloween now because one thing, I feel like my dad ruined my magical childhood, because my dad never ever celebrated anything. My dad did not celebrate it. In Puerto Rico, we have 3 Kings Day. I didn't even knew that was a tradition after I was an adult, and I was like, wait, what? He never did Easter. Obviously Halloween, because they were Pentecostals, and eso del diablo, that's Satan. We never did anything. When it was summer was never a summer thing. Fall, obviously it's Puerto Rico, we never had the fall fun of things. For Christmas, Santa, who was that? No, my parents were Santa. My parents were the ones giving me that gift. We never had the tooth fairy. We never did the Easter egg hunting, like nothing. My dad did nothing. So now I do everything with my kids. I do freaking everything. And little by little, I've been implementing decorating for the season. So I already nailed decorating for fall. I already nailed decorating for Christmas. I started decorating for Easter. The next thing we need to work with is our summer home decor. Probably next year. Let's hope for next year I can buy a shit ton of like summer decor for our home, because I want to be that mom. I definitely want to be that mom. But I do have to go now, because again I have to do a bunch of errands. Yeah, I have to do a bunch of errands, including groceries, and then I will be back, and I might do another live stream later on. um, when I cooking and all that stuff. So, and I'm probably gonna live stream whatever I'm doing here. Because again, we're doing a Getting Shit Together mini series. So now that I have 2 phones, I can vlog from one phone and live stream from another phone. Nice chatting with you. Yeah, nice chatting with you too. I'm a terrible gifter though. Stay gorgeous. I'm trying. So anyway, hope you have a good day and see you on the next one.